welcome back to this week's video. I didn't post anything last week. I was going to family things. I didn't want to post, and I didn't feel like posting, and I wasn't in the mindset to be posting. And I'm still in the mindset until we get the work I do. So I'm filming on my iPad because I'm gonna be reading Reddit. I might ask or talk on Reddit, so I'm gonna use my phone for that. So yeah. So I'm just gonna find one thing. So if I'm looking down, because I'm looking for it. So we're gonna go Reddit and I'll read but one just came out by now. So I'm gonna start it. I don't know how much I'm gonna be doing. I'm just gonna just start reading and well. So yeah, this might be part one. Well, I don't know. Let's see how I can get to this video and see what happens. But then I might ask her for forgiving my parents and sister after they cut me off. I hadn't felt this with her husband. Let's read and see what happens. I hadn't failed my sister's husband when I was 16. Yes, I regret it and I'm disgusted with my past self. When they found out perfectly same to me, when they found out my sister perfectly same to me, fair enough, and told my parents also fair. She also told our parents which was fair, but she chose to stay with her husband and paid me for the choosing him into an unfaithful. She forgave him and decided to reconcile while I was left to face the consequence. My parents kicked me out. I had to come up with to find something new. Every time I found a new job, my parents and sister would contact my coworkers to call me homework. They harassed me whenever I went gossiping about my status, with no one seeing me differently to my face. The stares and whisper were unbearable. I had to either say and move to another to escape them. For my mental health, but some people say I'm overreacting, but they really follow me at the pace. I moved back. I moved and met a nice, healthy couple who never had kids who took me in. Mark and Helen. By by that were nice to me. I had my own place, but I often visit them. To this day, they meant the world to me. They never, they knew what happened, and once I talked and said something along the line of, "You aren't afraid I will steal your husband as a homewrecker." She told me that me being a homewrecker wasn't my entire personality to move on and learn from what I did. I eventually met my now husband, and we have 4 kids, all adults except for one who's 17. My kids know about my parents and the past situation, and they grew up considering Mark and the grandparents around my in-laws. Then last Saturday, I received a message. I hope you find it any hard to read this message. I know we've both been through so much pain and hardship, and I want to be honest with you about everything. I deeply regret how things have unfolded between us, and plenty the hurtful things we said and did in the past. I'm truly sorry for all the pain we caused you. Our actions have Yas's consequences. We never got to know our grandchildren, and I hope now how much we miss our ex-husband see again and left her for someone else. I said how much she's been suffering. She's now a woman at the young with 2 kids, caring for her disability child and an autistic child who has it hard and trying to carry on despite everything. She has been so strong, but it's not enough. We are in a different situation ourselves. Possessing finance, we don't have enough space or resources to help her directly, but we definitely wanted to support her and the system. I'm asking for your forgiveness. I know I and your father don't dissolve it, but I hope you can see that we are trying to make amends, and even if there any way you can help us finance support or guide to assist and chosen, it will mean the world to us. We both did, we wanted we want to do right by them and by you. If you're willing to give us a chance, we love you. When I got the message, I was very angry. 5. I have not seen my parents over 10 years, and I'm not willing to see them or consider them helping my sister with kids. I am not responding yet. My husband willing to send no a hard yell on my behalf. We are considering this annoying them, but will I be the asshole and I am my husband right and husband messes? I got the news my grandparents. This edit like it says like edit here. I got the news my grandparents after they kicked me out. I'm also 43 if that's not clear. My older side 23, so they're not Yale kids anymore. Thank you for this point. I came to house. Okay, so I feel like once you're 16 and the husband and the ex and the sister's ex-husband, well, yeah, I feel like she's not the asshole because at the end of the day, people make mistakes and she was able to move on from it. But her sister and her parents were like, house, and now that the husband left and she's just like, she had no one. I think they're coming back. They're just seeking help, and that's it. And I don't see the asshole. And people saying he doesn't see the asshole. Like, yeah. So I must find other ones. Like, cause like I like doing these. I like watching these. So I must find other ones. Okay. Then is another one. It's from 4 minutes ago. This is recent. This one's on right now. I'm gonna ask her when I spent the inheritance when I only took care of our whole mother. So must read. This is 40 minutes ago, so like 48 minutes ago. It was just upload. I, a joyful female, was who the only one out of 4 siblings who stayed in contact with their mother after our dad died. She became a fun horror, the kind where the house smelled like doing dead mice on a pile of tasks, asking more on the wall, and when everybody else cut contact, they said it was too much for their mental health and not how they wanted to remember her. I visit her every week and bought groceries and manage her meds, cleaning a human waste off the floor. Found, fought with her when she refused to help, and watched her story the girl, this girl, wow, they lived their life. When she died last year, I was the one who found her. The will left everything, the house and the saving was a year, but well, year there was to me. No yodel, no drama. So the highway was saying everything to my name, because she is the only one who's been there here. I cleaned the house, paid out of pocket, professional handsman service, and got panel is nearly worth 750K. And suddenly my siblings have repeated saying I manipulated her, that I say her, and that I was paid for ways. One of them said you profit off a will. I didn't profit. I lost years of my life and peace and almost memories of the trauma where I told them no, that they didn't want to when still they have they don't get to Cayman now that she was worth something. They're trying to sue me. I don't feel guilty, but I feel tired, so I'm an asshole. Do I spit for ways that thing on my back? To be honest, no. But if they weren't there when she was alive and she needed someone, then they don't get anything afterwards. Because you were the only one that was there. She was the only one that was there for them. for her. But everybody else yapped and like they want to do it all, so she doesn't. They only for money. See, this was everything was yapped. That's it. Like everybody's like saying, "Grow up." Okay. Okay. There's another one. There's politically today's politics that okay. I might I might have asked for that young visuals in my house when I'm gone. Okay. My husband and I recently moved our family to a new home. Yiki 3 days ago. Boxes everywhere, nothing in order. During the transformation, I needed some time to myself to clean the whole place. My mom offered to babysit my baby, our new house while I was away. No issue with that. However, halfway through the day, I called to check on my baby and my mom and hear other children screaming in the background. I was confused. My mother then told me my BIL niece and nephew came over to see me, but then to go I wasn't home. So instead of leaving, they didn't serve a brother-in-law, niece, and nephew came over. So instead of leaving, they could go the rest of the day and let themselves in for the rest of the day, several hours without anyone that actually lived in the house home present. When I communicated that my husband and I are not okay with my mom letting other people in our house while we're not home for a number of reasons, she got very defensive and said, well, they're walking in themselves. Why am I supposed to kick them out? Yes, anyways, we communicate the boundaries with both brother-in-law and mom. But man, that's a crazy thing to not want a bunch of people in your house when you're not home, when you're not around. As for the Kurgan little accent, my mom is my sister and brother's primary care support. He asked for the day off to watch my baby for the day a month ago. He knew where I was and knew that she was doing. My mom offered to watch my baby, so I decided so. I will keep my baby home for her regular care, even though I'm not paying for it. To give my mom the opportunity to bond with my baby, see all you get to see. My brother-in-law tends to and the kids who ran to the youth vision. So I I I didn't upset when I arrived home to a hand print on the wall, beds and couch dumped on, and lemons and moving boxes screwed and out of the backyard. I mean, she's not um the asshole. She did not want other people in her house when they're on home. Cause must say I come home right and my baby must say when I have a kid and my kids at my house right and my mother says she wants my baby. I don't want other people in my house when I'm not there. No, so she's not the asshole. She's not. Let's done this. Cause she's not the asshole. Now there's another one. Okay. Okay, I might have took for not agreeing to my boyfriend's open relationship rules. No. From the type that no. Okay. 25 female, very early on the relationship with my boyfriend, 25 male. He told me that he had to be in an open relationship. I I haven't been in one before, but I said I would give it a try, and it was clear when we talked about it that of course neither of us was sleepy. Who we wanted. I said okay. We've been dating for another month, and over time, I started to know him. I other serious relationships I actually didn't have any other partner too because I was so happy with just being with him. Then 2 months ago, I was drunk and met a guy at a party, and we slept together. I didn't think I was doing anything wrong. Well, 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 I didn't think I was doing anything wrong. So when it came up with my boyfriend, I didn't try to hide, but he was really upset. He said it was disrespectful for me to do that. I was kind of shocked. I'm fine with not sleeping around with other people, with others, but the problem is not that he's really paranoid and controlling. Also, then causing me to look at me like other guys or phoning them all the time. Constantly checking my phone, wanting to check in every hour when I'm out, and asking to check my location, etc. is really bothering me. So basically, he wants to have an open relationship and only on his side. He said he knows me and that I should be loyal to him. When I tell him how the rules don't apply to him, he gets angry. He said that there's so many men feel stuck in a boring relationships and he's not going to be one of them. So I really try to control accessible. I get it, but it doesn't feel right. I never know y'all, but I'm seriously thinking about breaking up with him. To be honest, he said, "Oh, I want an open relationship," and you agreed to it. Is that okay with that? Because you thinking it goes both ways. If I was in hospital, if my boyfriend's like, "Oh, I have an open relationship," I'm thinking in both ways too. So like, whether he's controlling to and saying like, "Oh, I will do," oh hell no. Turn off. Now let's go to another one. Okay, didn't know I'm at the talk, but like, I'm at like 3 more, and I think that's good. Let's see. What is this one? My fiance doesn't allow me to invite people from my past. Well, it must be insane. Doorway, get to the doorway count. This is and usually the reason. So I beat it out like outside with input. There's an hour ago. I'm a 33-year-old woman. I'm currently engaged to my amazing fiance, 35 male, and we are planning our wedding. When I was 22, I met a wonderful couple. Let's call them Tammy and Dave. When I was on vacation, they were in their early 50s. I fell in love with both of them in May. We played yard. We stayed in touch after vacation. It wasn't that in May I didn't love them. It was all considering. Eventually, I moved in with them. At first, they introduced me as a friend, but eventually, everybody knew I lived there. Eventually, I was playing with Dave and Danny was completely okay with it. I was hanging out with her too, but mostly as a friend. After a few years, I had to move because my job, but we still didn't touch. They came to visit me a couple times. When I met my now fiance, I talked in sexual relation with Dave. I told my fiance about the whole thing, and he said he didn't care about my past. Now we're getting married, and he doesn't let me invite them. He thinks the whole thing is real, and he feels uncomfortable inviting them. They are both so special to me, and I'm I've been unreasonable here. He said he's not inviting any ex either. But these two living people aren't ex. They are very special to me. I think like and some people think that she's great with identify them, but the she didn't know past and he said he didn't care. But like if they mean something to her, I think she still fight them. But that is my opinion. I can't read too much. So yeah, I think she still fight them because like it's hoping to see the other different who else he wants. But I don't know what to say. Okay, I'm gonna read one more, and then I'll end the video here. Let me read one more, and then like maybe I do a part two. and let's continuing on. Okay, I might also okay, okay. I might also for tell my friend exactly what my wife and I doing gonna tip it on. Okay, let's read. My friend, my wife and I bought 32 for female. I have a friend named Anna, 33. Anna is so sweet, very funny, and can also be very naive. Well, this isn't always a bad thing. She is a real icon of how the world works and does music system. Anna has family that owns a yacht vacation property in another country. She's young, wanted to take a defensive trip there, and is finally planning on doing so. Multiple people have been invited, and and past this past weekend, I like this for let's go. So this is recent. So and this past weekend, when she and I got coffee, my wife and I were invited. The problem is homosexuality is a crime in this country. In case you missed it, I'm a woman married to a woman, and I won't feel safe traveling there. I will actually be worried about my wife. She's very, she has a very classy uh, punk look, where, whereas I'm more feminine. I know a lot of times these yards will prevent more gay men, but still, we will not feel safe. That was mine. Uh, this is the next thing says FWIW. My wife knew we were probably going to be invited and said, fuck no. To any idea of traveling there when I'm messing I didn't make a choice for the both of us by myself. I told Anna no, I'm sorry, but my wife and I will not be able to travel there. Well, she pressed why? I said because we're gay. The country curates gay people. She said, oh, and kind of ugly to the subject. Later on, I got a text. She said she felt embarrassed for her not knowing, and while she didn't know, it's not like that she's homophobic or anything. That she wants to go to the right I tip here and why did I have to be blunt about it. I'm really frustrated also I feel bad. I'm not sure why. I guess I could feel made an excuse that air was input and prices right now or we had something else planned, but my wife is saying I think anyone. I don't know, I'm at the asshole. And I guess an edit forget the message. I think it could risk country because I felt it was wrong. The government accidentally make these choices. I feel bad putting the blame on a whole country that accidentally has an LGBT population here on that. It's in the Middle East and that's all I have to say. So I'm gonna say that she's not the asshole because she told her friend, hey, I can go. And you know what? I feel like she told her friend the truth. Like, hey, I'm gonna tell the truth and like so yeah, that's it for now for this video. I think I maybe next video will be part 2. You'll tell me what I want part 2 of this. So yeah, bye guys. One thing I want to say is that I might start posting more regularly, like maybe twice a week, 3 times a week. I don't know. I'm still like, but I'll be back on filming. So I made the 2 videos today. I don't know, but I'm looking to this one and maybe P film for next week for next video, but I don't know. Let's see. But I hope you guys like this week video, and sorry for not putting a whole week. But yeah, see you guys next video. Bye.